and welcome to Nextelly. Thank you so much for coming by. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is not your first time, welcome back. Today we are reading an awesome book, or we are discussing an awesome book called called From Prison to Photography by Seun Akisomi. Woo! This book. Oh, why this book? Okay. I think the title is self-explanatory enough, but I think that everybody that saw me reading this book was asking that did the guy actually go to prison? He did. Okay, so when he says from prison to photography, that is literally what happened. Seun Akisomi grew up in Nigeria and he was sent to the US by his parents to go and attend university, college, that's what they call it. And while he was in college to study accountancy, he started this business and he was doing very well. Like he was looking towards becoming like, what's this guy, Jeff Bezos. You know, he wanted to do like this Amazon type thing. And I'm talking of like, I think early 2000s or early 2001. And somehow, while he was supposedly in school, he had gotten so carried away with doing this that it still affecting his studies, and then somehow he ended up not graduating because of one particular course that he didn't take. And anyway, see, a whole situation happened. Kia, he got arrested. Someone actually reported him because there was something that he had paid for and Seun did not deliver. That is how they came and Maburud Seun. And like the story was just wild. Do you understand? Let me just go through a few things I liked about the book physically. Let's start with that. His is it intro, acknowledgements, what's that thing called? He said to the millions in prison, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, here's letting you know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you. Seun Akisomi. So this book is so simply written. Like I don't think there's a chapter that is more than like 3 to 4 pages, and they were written in 3 parts. Part 1 was prison. I feel like the prison story is the one that really tugs at your heart. Like it puts you through a crazy emotional roller coaster, because the whole time you're looking at it, you're looking at this guy. First of all, in the guy's eyes, because he's telling the story. Then you look at it too through his parents' eyes. Like, how do you send your kid to go to school? And he goes there and starts wilding. Like, what in the world? What in the prodigal son Nigerian version is this? You know? So there's that. Then there's the, that was part 1. Part 2 was the rebirth, when he came back to Nigeria. I found it so admirable that he came to Nigeria and he still tried to get his life together. You know, I feel like, you know, because when reading the book, you notice that he felt a lot of shame, a lot of he felt really bad about himself. I don't know how to explain it. You know, he felt very low about himself a lot from what he writes about. First of all, writing about it on its own is very admirable, because that just means that he has come through whatever that is. That's why he's willing to share about what he felt at that time. Like he talked about the first night he was there, the people that he met there, what he experienced. He was moved to 4 prisons till he got deported. I forgot to mention that he actually got deported back to Nigeria. Like they cleared him and they moved him back to Nigeria. So he came back to Nigeria. That's where the rebirth starts. The rebirth is down, despite everything that happened in part 1, he now started working. Do you understand? He tried to get a job and started trying to make something work for his life. He actually went to school again, actually, because he didn't finish that course that he did not do. He did not finish it, and somehow he was able to get it. I think Babcock University. Was it Babcock? I don't remember. He went into a private university and was able to do just those few courses, and then the other school sent it as transcript to that school, and then the school actually gave him, you know, he actually graduated after everything. So that was impressive. So the rebirth was really this time where he started trying to like go through self-discovery. What was he? Who was he? What was he supposed to do? And in between all this, in his pursuit for God, you know, reaching to find God in everything, because he's actually like, he gave his life long before he went to the US and did that mess that he did. So that's why I say it's really prodigal son, because like, you know what you're supposed to do and somehow you just choose not to do it. That kind of thing, without knowing that that's what you're doing. So in his pursuit for God, he's trying to reach for God, you know, in between his work and all that, he stumbled upon Daystar Christian Center. At this point, I've always heard that Sam Adeyemi, Pastor Sam Adeyemi to be exact, had started doing this, I think on the first service every Sunday for about a year or so. He was running entrepreneurship courses, so teaching people how to be business people, and that's what he was just doing every Sunday. So it's like, you know how some churches will have Bible study, he had entrepreneurial study, so they study businesses, learn accounting, learn leadership. He just sits down and talks about that, and somehow Seun Saul landed on this program and started attending it, and somehow he even though he had gotten a few jobs that he was working here and there, he decided that he wanted to be a photographer. So it's like having that conversation with your parents is a whole thing. Like I said, you cannot help but look at this story from the parents' side. Like, I wish I could meet his dad. The stories I could hear, it would be insane. But anyway, his photography journey started. But the thing is that when he says from prison to photography, it is no joke. He is able to reach a pinnacle that is, you can only call aspirational when it comes to photography. He is training people. He hosted the largest, or he has been hosting the largest ever photography conference. He travels and talks to people about taking pictures, teaching people, inspiring people. And then he actually does it where he goes to prisons now and he just talks to them, encourages them, you know, and all that. I've had the opportunity to talk to this man personally, and I forgot to mention part 3, like I was saying about the book, right? Part 3 is photography. It's very simple. So there was part 1, prison; part 2, rebirth; part 3, photography. So he now talks about his journey of photography, the importance of mentorship, the importance of, you know, really getting your grit into it. You know, it's so inspiring, this book. You cry somewhere while reading the book because it's just so, it's beyond. It's an amazing book. I don't know, like, I'm hoping, because I've had the opportunity to talk with him, I'm hoping that he's someone that can get to bring to the channel. I don't know, what do you think? I don't know if you agree, but I'd like to bring him to the channel so that we can just discuss this amazing book. The book is available at Amazon if you're outside Nigeria. This book is so impactful. Like, it has traveled and it's so impactful. And if you're within Nigeria, I know it's available at Roving Heights. So check out Roving Heights if you're within Nigeria. They will have it delivered to wherever you are. And then if you're outside Nigeria, check out Amazon. This book is available. Woo! Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and then like, so that more people can get to learn such amazing things about this book. And thank you so much for watching. All right, bye bye now.